All right, you want to talk about Daniel Bryan being cleared to return to wrestling?
You can.
Daniel Bryan's cleared to return to wrestling.
Woo!
Well, he was cleared for at least like a fucking year and a half by his own medical team and other specialists. For some reason, WWE wouldn't clear him forever.
Right.
So I guess he repleted his case. And this is the timing's strange. Obviously, it's WrestleMania. But he announced it. It was awesome on SmackDown. It was obviously the best SmackDown in probably a year since they had a shift in the creative team when SmackDown was head and shoulders above Raw forever. When I told you about that, now it's just the same product almost entirely, just shorter. And he came back and said, "Yeah, I'm going to be returning. I don't know when, but I'm going to be doing that." And then this built into the great storyline. The main storyline SmackDown for the past 6 months has been Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and having a rivalry. And then Daniel Bryan being in the middle, sort of being like, okay, you can't be totally unfair to these two guys. You can't fire him. So he's kind of like sticking up for these guys who are his friends, from back in the day. But he's also in charge of SmackDown. So he's like, it's a decent storyline for what it is. And so, but they attacked Shane last week in the storyline. And then now they announced he actually really has diverticulitis.
Yeah.
I can't say the damn word. Fuck. He has the thing in his intestines that almost killed Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
So it's kind of weird about what's going on with him, really. Diverticulitis. There it is. So, but it was a feeling, though, that something was brewing with this, that they were going to build towards Shane and Daniel Bryan tag teaming against Owens and Zayn in WrestleMania, which would be huge. Just have Bryan back. So the end of SmackDown was fucking amazing because Bryan comes out, he brings out Zayn and Owens. He says, "You guys, it was for you guys. We've known each other forever. Why did you attack Shane?" He said, "I have to fire you." He said, "This isn't forever." He said, "I've been fired from the company twice." And then, of course, they attack him. But then when Bryan gets fired up and in his jeans and his his work clothes, it was like it instantly came back to holy shit. The crowd went nuts.
Oh,
with the yes chants when he started laying in the kicks and doing the running corner drop kicks. It was like nothing. There was like no time in between the past 2 years when he had to retire. It was incredible. It's a game changer, him being able to wrestle again, for not just the reasons where people will give a shit about WWE as much, because no one gives a shit about Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for like the fucking third time or whatever, many times. No one gives a shit.
Right.
It's dead in the water. But if Bryan works his way back to wrestling AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke Nakamura, like, holy shit, now you have all these dream matches that you could do. Or, which I want him to do, his contract's up in September, he goes to New Japan at that point.
Right.
And then that would put New Japan is starting to get rising popularity more and more, but if they get Daniel Bryan as a roster guy, fucking forget it. They could put up shows in the US every other month if they wanted to do that with Daniel Bryan. So it's very exciting. I'm so happy for him because he's wanted to do this, and supposedly he's been cleared by fucking everyone. So it's not like the risk isn't any greater than what it was. You know what I mean, at this point.
Right.
So he passed the test. I don't know why WWE didn't want to clear him. Maybe they thought that, well, he would take shine off of their golden boy, Roman Reigns, probably, like he did in the past.
There's probably a good chance of that. I think they probably realized, there was a lot of rumors that he was, one way or another, he was going to wrestle again, whether it was with them or not. So
they might as well let him do it before he leaves. Right. He basically said, I'm going to be wrestling again no matter what.
Right.
If not for WWE. He said
so, that I think for them, they realized it was...
Let's make some money off this.
Yeah, they probably were doing it because they were being,
Yeah, there was no chance of him sticking around at all. As in his GM role. He has no interest in that.
Yeah. So, they probably were holding back a little bit for trying to get Reigns, to part of that push maybe. And then they realized that, well, maybe we should actually let the guy that people like wrestle.
Let's let the most popular wrestler in the world wrestle
I mean, and
because he's cleared.
I need to clarify that, because I think people took it as me being way negative. Obviously, if the guy wants to wrestle, I want him to wrestle. And yeah, I do worry about him because I'm sick of seeing so many of these wrestlers broken when they get to, 50. But if he wants to wrestle, let him wrestle. I'm happy he's back. I'm happy he can do what he wants.
He can wrestle a safer style.
Yeah, I would like him to. That's
submission-based style.
That's where I'm going. I'd like him to wrestle a safer style.
No more fucking dumbass. They should ban the fucking suicide dive. Every fucking match now on Raw, they do a suicide dive.
Jesus.
That's how Ryan got fucked up once. That's how Lita, I think, got fucked up once. Other people got fucked up hitting their heads with that stupid move. It's just dumb. Your feet get tied up in the ropes and you take a header. I think it's happened to Sasha Banks. I think I saw a month or two back. It happened.
Right. But, we'll ban all of these moves that, haven't
really killed anyone. Pile driver never really killed anyone.
No.
Stone Cold, that was not a proper pile driver, though, with Owen Hart. But, that's a dangerous move.
Yeah, there are certain issues that, power bombs, pile drivers, they look rough. You don't want people emulating
Always
that.
doing them all the time, sure.
But how much damage have they actually caused over time? I don't know. But you look at something like the suicide dive and the injury rate.
Diving headbutts.
Yeah, diving
that
headbutts.
Dynamite Kid did, and he's fucked up. Benoit, we know that.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan did the diving headbutt. I think they banned that. I think they just said, that's not ever happening again.
Yeah.
Stuff where your head's diving at someone, and you can't really protect your head.
But the curb stomp, got banned, and it's like
they brought it back. I don't know why they didn't ban that. But they brought it back.
Yeah, they banned it because it's like that's like an incredibly soft move.
It's a soft pedigree.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that move is.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. But they need Daniel Bryan. The faces in the WWE are so weak and weird.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins is a great worker, fantastic. Never mind the fact that he killed Sting's career or helped to. But he's a boring face. You don't want to root for him.
No.
Dean Ambrose, I
thought Dean Ambrose was
great, he was going to be the next big thing. They ruined
it. They ruined it.
They made him bland and boring and weird instead of being like a Roddy Piper character. They made him into like
totally what he should have been.
They made him to his weird psychopath, but not really psycho. He's just a goofy guy. And then obviously Reigns never worked and never will work. And then you have Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Who's everyone fucking loves because they should love him because he's genuinely the nicest guy in the world. Wish me a happy birthday. Didn't have to when I saw him those years back. And you can tell he loves wrestling.
Yes.
When he does his promos, he's not putting on a character.
No.
He's not acting, which is what most they should be promoting that, which is why New Japan is so beloved, because for the most part, those are extension of those guys' personalities. The warrior spirit. You see some of those guys like, yeah, those guys would kill me in real life, and that's how they wrestle, and that's why there's a connection to guys like Goto or Suzuki. Guys that were mixed martial arts guys that could kill you, and they look like psychopaths because they partially are.
Right.
So anyway, speaking of that, real quick, they had New Japan return to Long Beach yesterday. Excellent card. The Golden Lovers match versus the Young Bucks was amazing.
Nice.
I've seen it noted as 5 stars. It is, I would say, a 5-star tag match, and those are hard to do for a tag match. And I recommend everyone checking that out.